Illinois Congressman and Republican Adam Kinzinger, member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, with me from the Hill. And, sir, good morning to you.
Morning.
You just heard that information from John Robert. He went after China during the campaign. In person, though, the language is a lot softer. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I am. I had lunch a week ago with the president before his trip, and he was kind of talking about where he was going to go, what were the issues. I was glad to hear him discuss the opioid issue because China plays a huge role in that, especially when it comes to fentanyl. And the president's really good at, on the one hand, saying bold things publicly, then privately saying, hey, how do we work together? And I think that's part of his deal-making art, if you will, or the way he makes deals. And so, I think the president doesn't hold back on being tough when he needs to. But at the same time, saying to the Chinese, hey, really good job taking advantage of the U.S. economy, isn't really complimenting China. It's kind of a backhanded way to say, yeah, I guess you're doing what you need to do, but we're watching you now, and we're going to fix that.
Let's see what he gets from that. Now, on the issue of North Korea, there are 3 aircraft carriers in the Pacific right now for the first time in decades. What do you think, as a country, we get out of that show of strength and a message toward North Korea and perhaps the others in the Asian region?
Well, it's massive. It's gunboat diplomacy. It's at the time the president is there, we're saying, look, we have 3 aircraft carriers here, which is a massive amount of firepower, by the way. 1 aircraft carrier group is a massive amount of firepower. 3 is insane. And we could actually put more there if we needed to, plus land-based attack aircraft and everything else. I think the message really is to China. It's to say, if we commence a strike against North Korea, we will win. There's no doubt about that. No military analyst has said that we're going to lose that. And the end result, while the casualties would be massive, if you're looking at just the geopolitical play to China, the end result of that is U.S. influence in the region right on your doorstep grows massively because we'll have a unified Korean peninsula under an American or South Korean type style regime. And that's got to be frightening if you're the Chinese because, the Chinese don't take the casualties as personally as we do. That's something very significant when we're thinking about commencing a military action. They don't. They just think geopolitically. And geopolitically, if they don't rein in North Korea and we do a strike and we end the North Korean regime, this is really bad news for China.
It's a very interesting point on Beijing, and I agree with you on that. Now, maybe a meeting tomorrow with Vladimir Putin. We'll find out from the State Department in an interview 35 minutes from now. With regard to domestic matters here at home, this horrific shooting in Texas, you're a pilot for the Air National Guard, right? And Pentagon guidelines require the arrest history to be entered into a database or a history for everyone for whom it applies. That did not happen here.
Right.
James Mattis and others want answers. And how do you get them to make sure this doesn't happen again?
So the Pentagon, we love our military. I'm in the military. I love the military. But the Pentagon is a big bureaucracy. And stuff like this falls through the cracks too much. In fact, I had to deal with an issue where a pilot was falsely accused of something, and they never removed his criminal history, and he couldn't even get a bank loan for a house. And we had to work through to get that fixed. So on the one hand, they put too much in, and on the other hand, they're not doing anything. This has got to be fixed on all levels, whether it's a local, state jurisdiction to put this necessary criminal information into NCIS, the Criminal Investigation Background System, so that the people that shouldn't be buying guns should not buy guns, and the people that are law-abiding citizens should be allowed their Second Amendment right.
Yeah. Adam Kinzinger, thank you for your time.
You bet, anytime.
Such a tragedy, too, and when you get the after effect of all this, it's equally shocking. Sir, thank you. More on the President's trip.